Hello there, thanks for watching another episode of Nadia TV, and today I wanted to tell you about non-dairy sources of calcium. So this is a question that I get a lot, and the question is, how will I get my calcium if I don't drink milk? Because a lot of people working with me find out that they're sensitive to dairy, which is really a number one allergen. Dairy and wheat are the two foods that a lot of people are very sensitive to, and they cannot properly digest. And people get terrified because they think that they will definitely get osteoporosis and they will not get enough calcium. Well, first of all, I wanted to say that calcium is an important mineral, but it's just as important as other minerals that we need to have in our body. It's zinc and copper and manganese and a lot of different minerals that we need as well. So there's just this big hype about specifically calcium. But we need all these other things also, and they're all important to not develop some disease later in life. So it's not just like calcium osteoporosis, but there's just so many other mineral deficiencies that people have that we completely overlook because we're so streamlined over drink milk, get calcium kind of thing, right? So and the fractures and the osteoporosis are very common. And the funny thing is that countries which drink a ton of milk, if you look in Scandinavian countries, they don't have lower risks of osteoporosis at all. In fact, they actually have higher risks. That's kind of strange, isn't it? When they have so much dairy, what's happening? Well, the thing is, the important thing about calcium, you have to look in the where it's draining out of your body, first of all, and then how it's coming in. I'm not going to talk about it too much. You should definitely subscribe and get onto my mailing list to learn more about my upcoming webinar where I'm going to talk more about that. But I wanted to tell you about a few fun ways to get your calcium without having dairy, because remember, 50% of calcium is gone. You're never going to see it again during pasteurization process. So if you're not drinking raw milk, as some of us were drinking when we were growing up, right, when it's still warm, right from the cow, if you're not drinking that, you are drinking the milk that's pasteurized, and 50% of calcium is already gone. And then if it's low-fat skim milk, calcium is not being absorbed because calcium, to be absorbed, it needs fat. So again, are you actually getting calcium out of dairy? Big question. So, okay, going forward, I'm gonna give you 5 fun foods that have a lot of calcium. First of all, a ton of calcium in sesame seeds. So tahini, awesome. Sesame seeds, just take sesame seeds, sprinkle it on everything, and there you go, ton of calcium. And number 2, almonds. Almonds have a good amount of calcium. So an amazing thing, a free tip here, amazing thing to make a high calcium beverage that's kind of like milk, that you can drink and your kids can drink, is to make almond sesame milk. So that's a really cool way to get a ton of calcium, which is going to be more than in milk, and it will be highly absorbable, very available for your body. So it's a great way to do it, right? So just take water, take almonds, take some sesame seeds, and soak the almonds, soak the sesame seeds overnight. Rinse them in the morning and mix them with water in your blender, and there you go. You will get your milk. Will stay in the fridge fresh for a few days, and you can freeze the leftovers. So that's a really cool tip, and that's a great beverage if you are sensitive to milk, because remember, you can have a sensitivity, or 70% of population are lactose intolerant. So again, if you're lactose intolerant, milk is not good for you. It's actually going to be causing calcium to be drawn out of your body if you are lactose intolerant and you're drinking milk. So that's not working either. Okay, so number 3 is going to be artichokes. Very high in calcium, amazing food. And garbanzo beans, so hummus. Hummus is a fun food to have with a lot of calcium. I don't know if you knew that, but it's not only a tasty kind of spread thing. And then it would be soybeans if you are not sensitive to those. So I'll give you an extra one because soybeans, a lot of people are sensitive to those as well. But if you do go for soybeans, make sure it is organic and not GMO. And I would go for either raw soybeans or natto or miso. This is really as far as I can go with soy. I would not go for soy milk, and I would not go for tofu. I would not go for stuff that's not being fermented. So tempeh, natto, and miso, or raw edamames. This is really as far as you can go with soy, even if you're not sensitive to it. If you're sensitive to it, just forget it. So cabbage and broccoli. This is my last bit of great calcium-rich food. And I'm going to list a longer list underneath this video in my blog post. But I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope it helped you figure out some new sources of calcium that you didn't think of before. And thank you so much for watching this video, and please subscribe and share it with your friends. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.